Welcome to another episode of The Truth About Real Estate Investing. Today we're talking about OSFI proposes new stress test for uninsured mortgages. And it's presented by me. My name is Erwin. I'm the host of The Truth About Real Estate Investing show, number 88 show in business and all of iTunes, four-time real estate investor, agent to real estate investors. I've been a real estate investor since 2005. I have my own charity, all yada yada yada. The Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions, that's OSFI, that's a whole mouthful, they propose new stress tests for uninsured mortgages. So what's this all mean? So we're just taking information from this article from Investment Executive. The OSFI, the Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions, is the federal banking regulator. So they regulate the banks and the insurance companies, etc., etc. So we have this problem around uninsured mortgages in Canada, and they want to be able to be confident that both borrowers, you and I, who are borrowing to buy real estate with mortgages, and also the lenders, we want to make sure that everyone is safe when we return to pre-pandemic interest rates. So what OSFI is proposing is that people have to qualify at their contracted rate plus 2%, right? So whatever you're getting from the bank plus 2% on top of that, see if you qualify, or 5.25, whichever is higher. So the current rule is that the Bank of Canada's 5-year benchmark was the old rate that you had to qualify against, and that was 4.75%. So you see there's a bit of a jump between the two interest rates. Not a huge amount, but still a jump. So who is affected? Any buyer whose down payment is less than 1/5 of the purchase price must undergo the stress test. So if your down payment is less than 20%, you must qualify for this. If you are over 20%, then you don't have these problems. Not everyone has 20%, more than 20% down to put down on a property. So why is the government doing this? They want folks to be able to demonstrate, both the borrower and the lender, that they will be okay to be able to make their mortgage payments when we go back to pre-pandemic interest rates, a higher rate, and we would expect interest rates to be higher. This is to give everyone a bigger buffer of safety should interest rates rise. So both the borrower will be safe and they'll be able to afford their mortgage payments, and the lenders will be whole on their mortgages. So why is this happening? Because the real estate market's nuts. If you listened to our last episode, you know that real estate prices have never gone up this fast over a 6-month period in the history of Canada, as far as statistics have been tracked. And why have real estate prices been going crazy? Because rock bottom interest rates. They've been low. They're lower now than they were a few years ago, and they've been historically low for a really, really long time. That has caused an increase for demand of our homes because it's cheaper to borrow for a home. It's lower. It costs you less to own, and not just this increased demand because of low interest rates. We have all this immigration coming into Canada. 1.4 million new immigrants over the next 3 years. There's a shortage of supply. For anyone who follows any of the headlines in their own municipality, in your hometown, most municipalities are anti-development. That's just my experience. I used to live in Burlington. Our current mayor ran on a campaign of being anti-development. And then as soon as she won, she stopped all developments. All new developments. She stopped all new developments. The federal government and the regulators, they want to cool the real estate market. They used to be able to cool the real estate market simply by increasing interest rates. They can't do that because the government is borrowing so much money in order to stimulate the economy and to support everyone so that we can get through this pandemic. So they're borrowing all this money to do so, but of course when you borrow money, you have to pay interest. So the government wants to keep interest rates down, so instead, they're increasing your qualifying rate instead of actually increasing interest rates. So Jeremy, he is the superintendent of OSFI. We want to make sure that when mortgages are being taken today, and when you go renew in 3, 4, 5 years, that lenders are safe and borrowers are able to afford those higher interest rates on their mortgages so that the financial system's stable for years to come. When is this happening? So the proposed rate was the average of the benchmark for the 12 months leading up to the pandemic. So there's going to be a new round of consultations. They're probably going on right now, and a final decision is coming June 1st. We'll update you on June 1st, either way it goes. The Federal Finance Minister, Chrystia Freeland, is responsible for passing this, and I wouldn't be surprised if this happens. So if you want to get into real estate investing, and we're happy to help you out. I even recorded a 20-minute video to explain how I invest in real estate for my kids. And from there, you can get it on www.investortraining.ca. Once you register, you'll also be invited to our future free training events. So we do events for 90 minutes free, where we teach folks about the #1 investment strategy that we are practicing every day. I practice this myself. Over 80% of our clients use the same strategy. We'll be teaching that exact same strategy over 90 minutes for free. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them below, and we're happy to take them, answer your questions, and maybe even record future episodes just for you.